Put it this way, this season on August 9th, I feel less bad about it.
Well, also, you know, as an actor, you kind of...
Yeah, so all I can do is really whine about the Mets to you guys.
Okay, well, that's good. How long does your Met...
But I became aware of baseball when I was 6 years old, went to my first ball game, and loved those Mets.
Before 86.
Yeah, I'd seen them probably...
Back toward the gap, but it's run down by Ortega for the first game.
But this is a great ball.
I agree.
6-year-old, and Shea, I went off the 7 train.
Idea of being somebody who says that you can do, as Ortega can't quite catch the liner by Suzuki.
Family with stupid voices, that's about it. And at this point, I'm pretty well practiced. I don't really... What do we got here, fellas? Can I start talking about the Mets a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
What do you got? This is like therapy.
What do you got?
Especially in this market. You think there was like a collective kind of pressure like that? Hugest payroll ever in the...
And but you have he's going to beat it out.
He started out, like you said, 14-7. Well, here's another theory of mine that I'll run by you. It's 15 games before the trade deadline, which they got their chance. Like, okay, well, and you think it was an early hook? You think you would have let these guys play through? It would have been...
And that's the tough call. This is the one sport where there's really no guarantees on a first.
But that's another question I had for you guys. There's some conventional wisdom that says that pitch clock...
Fans are really fans.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Like Jerry when he comes in.
Subway stop is my favorite.
I loved it.
Had their way with him the last time they faced him. Of course, that was his first game coming back from shoulder. 7 runs in 4 innings. And Lindor, and that's down for a base hit. And Lindor can...
On this changeup. This one,
that was good movement.
Yeah.
There's an
and Lindor is picked off.
Oh, he was going to go.
The runner is safe.
Okay. That took a long time.
Base his first time. And he takes a fastball strike, 0-1. And he comes up and in with that fastball, and that's hit in the air to deep left. Lost it, and the Mets have tied it. Oh. Alonso, a one-man wrecking crew, and he's tied the... Remarkable.
Crushed. What a funny game, you know, the month of it up.
The third, Candelaria's got it. And throws up. Alonso ties it up. That home run means City will donate $2,000 to No Key.
Short major league career. It hasn't been that long. What year is this with him in the big?
In his rookie year in 2019. As Almonte swings and misses and strikes out for the second. Change up out of the strike zone, a ball and a strike. As it is. Martam and Canna got traded away. And he's getting all these pitches.
continues on.
His last outing in Baltimore. He might need a similar effort from him tonight.
Kind of the same role that goes.
So Dave did the math on Alonso against the Cubs, and it worked. 90.
You do the RBI totals too.
To Hopper for Lindor to handle, and he throws out a Maya 1-16. Not hitting third.
I'll tell you what, you might
Call Wally and tell him you said that.
Well, it's tough.
Well, he's in his second big league year. He has to move his feet on that sinker from Hardwick. 2-1. And that picks off the outside corner.
To the pitcher.
Hold on the ground, foul.
For OPS.
Plenty of room. 2 out.
Maybe more like 17 or 18 games.
20 days since July 20. Real hard.
Got another person who's not that great at math.
19 games. Go to Horner. And Horner lifts one foul down the right side, and that'll go out of play.
Because
Nico Horner has a base hit. I mean, you get into a double play. He turns around about left-handed for the first time tonight. Takes a call strike. In this series, the last time they made the postseason. Snap throw by Alvarez, and backing in is Horner. The move this year to try and be there And in the Central Division, 2-1 coming. Get there. Side retired. A hit and one in the home fifth in a tie game. And goes up to try and chase the fastball to tie the game.
So there were two pitchers from Detroit that everyone
Last night. 2 to Aro. Hendricks. And he misses down with a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he gets another one. 6 strikeouts, only left in the third. And he takes the fastball outside. It's 1-1. Home runs. And he goes after the changeup and misses. That's 8 swings and misses on.
because of that sink, you see this sink, and everybody get on top of the plate and make him aware of it. He's coming.
And hole, and it just hooked
Ball or sinker.
center, and Bellinger will get there. 2 out.
That, and I couldn't agree more.
Do you see anybody doing that?
I haven't.
I mean, what Pete's talking about is something Rod Carew did all the time during his strikeout tonight.
But if you're having this much futility at a pitch,
Well, especially if, you know, you're looking at the chart.
55 feet.
And with the hole, Horner tries to slide, bobbles, grabs, and calls. Something a lot of players around the game have noticed. And one of the reasons
Hurting the pitcher. That's how I always felt about that.
the pitchers are pretty up too.
No, it's a big
Infield. These diamonds are now so
around first base. And it's every inning, Gary. Bats, fastball away. There was one to hit.
Fastball right in the middle of the plate, and he fell grounded out to third. And this time it's in the dirt. And Maya blocked it to first. He's running, and Swanson can't get to it. It's a base hit. Nimmo will go first. Alvarez. This is a need for Hendrick. And he takes the first pitch, change up down for ball 1.
You see how Lindor took that.
Nimmo. And that fastball up and away, and it's 2-0.
Even.
And Lindor fouls back the changeup, and it's 2-1.
Had it away, set up inside.
And he just missed at the top of the zone. One coming. And it's golfed foul. A 3-1 changeup. 3-2 coming. And he got it on his hands, and he fouled it off.
Tied him up big time.
And he walked him. And that'll bring up Alonso with the bases loaded. And there's nowhere to put him. And Hendricks gets the first pitch fastball and slammed this year. And 3 for his career. Changeup. And he swings and misses at a changeup away, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that was out.
And Alonso takes a borderline pitch that just missed. 2-2. And Horner is over in front of it. Side retired. And Ortega will get this. So how are you?
Doing great
to see you.
Oh, I take back everything I said. I'm sorry about that. You know, I'm back on the Keith bandwagon.
Because you stole bases.
And I think they can play for some minor league ball. So these guys are going to go out there and get after it.
Good relief outing for
Go out there and get after it. Like, I don't know what I should have.
McNeil drives one deep and out of here. The McNeil who homered in Baltimore during the last road trip.
And luck charm, David.
Yes.
His 51st. He had his 50th there in Baltimore.
Way Hap goes back near the wall, can't get it. It's off into second.
You know, I think if you ask any guy in that clubhouse, disappointed would probably put me into this rotation because I am reliable.
Almonte advancing the backhand flip by Swanson. And now a chance for more first and third and nobody out with Jonathan Arauz coming up.
Figures it out, comes back and just tears it up in late August, September, whenever, and you know, goes out there.
For Arauz, and that'll bring in Almonte with the second run of the inning.
Was a member of the bullpen with the Long Island Ducks and saw him throwing sidearm a little bit. He had been trying to be a
Corners in against Ortega. He bunts it up in the air and it'll go foul. Strike 3.
Yeah, so far so good.
So,
Is in it, but you know, I would love to. I mean, again, you know, I may be, you know, playing the position.
Trevor got on to pitch for the Mets. Working with the leading for Grant Hardwig. Got jams Candelario, and Alonso makes the play. Tauchman batting for Patrick Wisdom. Stockman hit the go-ahead home run in the 8th inning last night. It's ball. And Stockman draws a walk. And that'll get
no state tax.
Up and in, and he's hit by the pitch. And Amaya, who we told you earlier, has 59 at bats. He gets it away in time, and he strikes him out with a high fastball. Got him. And he takes one up and in. Ball 1. Plenty of time to get there. Side retired. Got the 3 batters he faced in the 6th. Stays on to face Francisco Lindor, who fouls off his first Neal's home run. And the fastball away from Quas, a ball and strike. Swanson taking charge. So that's probably their biggest issue right now, but their lineup is still fearsome, and he has had a great year. 3-1 to Alonso. And it's inside, ball 4, and Alonso's on base for the 3rd time tonight. Alonso at first and 1 out. And McNeil takes a slide low and in for ball 1. Up foul backing out of play, 2-1 to McNeil. Going again. Corner is there to grab it, and that's the 2nd out. And Alonso takes it back to a slider off the plate for ball 1. And pops one foul backing out of play, 2-2. 3-2 coming. And Almonte watches outside, ball 4. And the first pitch breaking ball in for a strike. Vientos fouls back the high fastball, and it's easy. And he strikes out Vientos with the slider. 3 pitches and to face Walker. And he fouls back the first fastball, 0-1. For Colorado in 10 innings. And easing over his Nimmo. 1 out. And Bellinger waves at the slider, 0-1. And he struck him out up and in with the fastball. And Walker strikes out Bellinger. And that's Will outside, ball 3. So just as he did with Bellinger, he's. Swanson hammers that fastball foul. Knee-high fastball for a strike to Arauz. Nothing hit as a Met. Takes a knee-high fastball for a strike, and it's not. And Arauz takes strike 3 called on the inside corner, and Leiter has. Let me tell you something. Dominated every game he played. It's hooked foul by Ortega.
You and I know feel the same.
By Ortega, and Nico Horner throws him out 2 away. See now, Brandon Nimmo takes a strike.
Bob Cousy, Dave Freed.
Bounces that splitter. And 2 hopper to second. And Horner makes the running toss. First start since last Friday. He's gone 2 for 3 tonight. A triple and a single. 7.36 ERA. We'll see if they can turn that around tonight.
He needs to get.
Sail out of here. Sayers. And this is now a 1-run ball. Candelario. And now the Cubs will have the tying run on base. So
Tauchman trying to be a hero back to back.
And Tauchman takes the fastball away for ball 1. And Tauchman takes a knee-high fastball for a strike. And Tauchman takes his cutter in the dirt, and it's 2-1. The count to Tauchman, not running, and Tauchman takes outside, and now it's 3-1. And there's the 3rd throw over, and that's a balk, and that'll move kind of like 2 men on. For 8. And he squares again perfectly. Forces Mendick to field it. And it's up and away. Overthrew that fastball. 1-2. 1-2. And it's foul back. Got some contact on that high fastball out of the strike zone. 1-2. Got him looking. Fastball on the outside corner. And Horner takes a slider low and away for ball 1. Horner's 2 for 3 in his career. 2-0. And that fastball's off the plate. Now it's 3-0.
All of a sudden, he
looked at Horner. And he walked him, and now the bases are loaded for Ian Happ. And Happ takes a fastball for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Bickford. And it's fouled back.
Bickford's throwing hard.
And it's popped foul. We'll do it one more time. He struck him out, and the ball game is over.